Ultra volume. All right, let me do this, because this is what it's supposed to be. There we go. Okay. There we go. Got everything squared away. Yeah, I tried using a different audio setting, and of course it came back to bite me in the ass. So if we're good now, we're good now. That is exactly what I wanted to hear. Thank you again for joining me, everybody. Turn that back up just a see, yeah. See, gotta keep the beats rocking. Thankfully, now this chat, I got a chat window over here on the side, and I just tried to reply, and it told me to sign in, so I'm not even going to worry about that. But I am watching you guys in the chat room, and I appreciate y'all being here for a Raw report. Yeah, it's just the middle of the day. There's something going on, right? It's 6:49 p.m. here on a Monday, just wrapping up some stuff, and yeah, you know, don't worry about it, man. It's all good, because this is off the cuff. This is Raw. This is the Raw report, so we don't worry about such trivial things. But shout out to Eric Hurd, shout out to Mojo, shout out to all you guys up in the chat today. So thanks y'all again for joining me. Raw report again is just this little thing I do on my channel that is why I'm going to ask you, please make sure you are liking and sharing this video. Make sure you are subscribed to it, and if you are watching this thing on the rewind, make sure you do leave me a comment below. Because I have to watch. I have an animal in the office with me right now, and I have to make sure she doesn't go anywhere near the books. She's a pain in my ass is what she is. But anyway, good to see you guys here. I got a small stack of books that I'm going to relocate away from the animal so she doesn't mess my stuff up. But yeah, so I got a little small stack of books, some mail calls. Some books were delayed. Other books were just flat out not inside the envelopes of two of the orders here. I had a situation where I thought I was getting a good deal on a 1 in 100 book, so I bought 3 of them. They sent me none. So I got none, which really sucks, right? But you know, that happens. But I do want to give a shout out to one of the homies. He's like, yeah, man, I got that book, but of course it ain't going to be the same price. But nonetheless, right now, I want to thank you guys for all the love and support, because right now we're at like 480 something subs. I just took the snapshot and sent it over to my Twitter feed, so we might be getting some people in from Twitter. But the reason why you want to make sure you're subscribed to this channel is because at 500 subscribers, I'm going to start to give you guys breadcrumbs. And these breadcrumbs are something amazing, because what they are is other books that I am going to be putting in this thing called the Ultra Box. So if you guys are fans of Drunken Chat and Mighty Mel V and what he did on his channel, then you know that the Drunken Box was something just crazy to behold. That was an amazing amount of books just thrown into a box and given to one lucky winner. So right now that seems to be the plan. It's going to be a Ultra Box, and it's going to be one lucky winner, and it's going to be from the instructions that are given on this channel as well as my IG. So please make sure you are liking and subscribing and following. If you find me again, U1 Maximus over there on IG and Facebook, and Ultra Maximus at X Ultra Maximus X. That is the only one best places to see me and what I'm up to. Now, I do want to remind you guys, I am a full-time dad, so I am horrible at social media when it comes to staying consistent with it. I would need, honestly, an intern and just basically blow them up all the time, but I'm not really doing that. And we got Geek Driven saying pick me. Yeah, that's we'll see how that works. But you guys are in for the works here, because I've got an excellent mail call that you're probably gonna maybe catch a little bit of FOMO off of. I've been told that I've been giving my friends FOMO from some of the books, so I'm sorry. I tend to like oddball things that I thought nobody else liked, but apparently I like the stuff that everybody else likes too. So let's get into it, everybody. So let's kick it over to some full screen. Oh, and the chat matrix is here, and let's see if I can do this. Chat matrix logo over top of the chat box. Oh, see, I'm trying to improve the styling and profile on everybody. So I thank you guys for seeing exactly how it goes down, and let me know what you think. Like the graphics, like everything I'm working on. I got rid of the background motion videos because, like, right now my CPU is rocking like 30%, right? anytime I have one of those background motion videos, it's an i5 processor, so it's not like a slouch. Good to see you, Jamie. Thanks for joining in the chat, man. So the i5 processor was getting taxed, dude. This thing was like going 70, 80, 85%. I'm like, what is taxing this machine so much? And apparently it was the background videos I was trying to run on loop and speed and trying to keep the stream and make the stream look good. So all I did was I just cleaned everything up, went down to some basic essentials, got the chat working. So, and then of course this gives me a nice little ability right in front of the microphone to show you guys the books on the pickups. So you guys ready for this pickups? I hope so. So shout out to everybody in the chat. Leave me a thumbs up below. So I'm going to start this one off with the wonderful homage that was a Spec Matrix flavor from way back yonder, and this is, of course, is that Avengers number 24.now, the Acuna, Scarlet Witch, and Vision, where it says Wanda must die on it, just the same way that Phoenix must die. And I know that there's a lot of Dark Phoenix fans out there like myself who gotta say I need to trim back on the sides again, and yeah, I am going light, everybody. That's why I grew the hair long. But I got some scarring and some other stuff on the back of my head, too. So I got some light spots back there. And yeah, growing old is fun. Let's see here. Next is the Cable number 4 second printing. So definitely had to pick this one up because the number 4 first printing was heavily affected by lots of printer defects. And lots of those issues, ran across the bottom. So by the barcode, you can actually see it go on. Patrick, I don't think you know what you're talking about, my friend. I used a Dominion razor. They're out of Australia. You should check their razor blades, but their electric one said I removed 90 million hairs. Anyway, the Stormbreakers variant by Wonka Ball, but this one is for the Black Knight number 1, and of course multiple first appearances. yes. So everybody who is into the Savage Avengers and the Dragon, we got the Symbiote Dragon here, and the Symbiote Dragon is something to behold because they call it the Grendel or whatever like that. Like there was a Grendel that flew to Earth like billions of years ago. But, that kind of stuff, the Venom stuff is very much like up in the air, like what's going to happen after 200. Savage Avengers is a very weird story where there's multiple symbiotes in the story if you include Venom as well as the symbiote that's attached to Conan. Kind of weird, right? Now, for all of you guys out there who are understanding Psylocke versus Quanon, Fallen Angels, number 1, second print. Which one you want me to... Yeah, I'll show that one again. Can I show it again? I'll show it again. There you go, Jamie. Savage Avengers, number 4, second print. So that Grendel in the background is actually Venom. It's not the Grendel that was sent to Earth or whatever years and years ago. That one is actually Venom. This is number 4. Savage Avengers, number 3, second print is the one with Conan on the front. And it's in red, and it's got the symbiote like wrapped around his sword. And thank you for saying that one was fire. That was one of my Spec 10 picks on the Pro Spec 10 list, which I'm actually not going to be on that show anymore. I don't know if you guys noticed that. Haven't been on for a few episodes. So, but nonetheless, some of the other books that were described as quote new. They weren't new, not by a long shot. But you know what? And I think this was... I don't know if Art Adams actually did the cover to that one. But anyway, Art Adams definitely did the cover to this one. And this is your Poor Man's X-Men 94. So everybody knows about that one. I'm into collecting these classic X-Men's. I picked up yet another one, but of course this one is not a newsstand like my last batch. But I do be picking this one up when I do see them. And it was advertised as new. It is far from it. It might have been new, and it might have been sitting in their bins for a long time. That's cool, man. You know, I mean, I'm still dropping spec on Flipside. It just won't be on the Pro Spec 10. It doesn't look like going forward for a while. But it's okay. It's all right. So this one right here, Classic X-Men number 12. I've got to look it up. I could have sworn that was an Art Adams cover, but if it's not an Art Adams cover, that's nuts. So let me actually see here real quick. But I do know that is the reprint of the first time that Wolverine and Magneto, and basically the X-Men with Wolverine is the first time they fight Magneto. So, let's see here. Classic X-Men number 12. So let's go into the database. The database says, yeah, it's an Art Adams cover. So, I mean, I knew that there was a couple that he didn't do. But this one actually doesn't say like Art Adams like anywhere on it, but it is a homage to the previous one. So this right here I think is a really good X-Men pick, as far as the classic X-Men series being an affordable range of reprints of some first appearances, because we're not all going to be able to go after the Silver Age X-Men stuff. There's a 5.0 on eBay right now that's already bid up over $17,000. That was like the price of a 9.8 when the X-Men movies over on Fox were like really, really popping. So, funny stuff. But yeah, see, I got a ton of it. There's a spot back there with some scars. And I could probably transplant, and that's the reason I'm farming. But anyway, the next one is another X-Men variant. So you guys like Sgt. Pepper's? Because this one, obvious, is the Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band cover homage. There's also a wonderful Transformers variant that does swipe that one too, from Transformers More Than Meets the Eye. And that would be Transformers More Than Meets the Eye number 12. And you're also on the lookout for the Ziggy Stardust on Robots in Disguise number 12. And if you find extra copies of those and you'd like to send me one, I'd graciously appreciate it. So this next one, however, I'm not sure I was really ready for to tell everybody about this one yet, because the A cover hasn't blown up yet. All right, but the Sparks, what's good to see you, man. All right, so you guys are, you see the little spec matrix thing at the bottom corner over here? Okay, well, you are about to get it, because a book that has an A cover that has not blown up yet, that is very, very important to the Spider-Verse, that is also got a variant that is a ghost. And you guys know I love giving you Ghost to chase. So I wish you luck on this one, because this one is the first appearance of Annie Mae Parker as the pattern maker. It is also an early Rion Gonzalez variant. It is a 1 in 25 of Spider-Girls number 3. So I do wish you luck. Annie Mae becomes the pattern maker. Apparently very, very, very key to the Spider-Verse lore. And I don't know, with all this production stuff they've got going on for the Spider-Verse now, it's kind of awesome to think that what if they do introduce the Annie Mae Parker. And if you guys have been watching sales, now just hear me out, because the only reason why I'm thinking they're really going with this one, and why would the one in like the big high ratio variant from Renew Your Vows Secret Wars sell for any kind of money? Well, that would be because it's the first appearance of Annie Mae Parker. All right. Now, also, if you guys are tracking Annie Mae Parker and followed Annie Mae Parker, there's a lot of things that are like, oh, issue 3, she becomes the Spiderling of Renew Your Vows Volume 2. She's on the cover of number 1. She's on the cover of number 2. She's on the cover of number 3, but because it was a very rare incentive ratio, they said that, oh, she's the the Spiderling in there, but she's grown up by the time she hits that Spider-Girl series, right? So I'm starting to see like a whole lot of more stuff falling into place. Finally, something that's worthy on that series. Yeah, dude. All right, so the first pattern maker where she's actually given the title happens in issue number 3. The A covers right now are a sleeper. So I don't know if it's going to be a takeoff. If it's a book that you feel that you can find for cover price or less, get it. If you know where that incentive variant is, I would tell you to probably pick that one up too, because I looked for it. Again, the night that I dropped the Spec Matrix on Rian Gonzalez, I was like, wow, that book's going to be a hit, just because I knew. And you can kind of tell these things. So I was bidding on one on eBay. I was trying to get a best offer in there, and somebody triggered the best offer decline by bidding on it. I'm like, oh, shoot. So there we go. And then I failed to outbid them. And I think I bid them up to like what I paid for that one, like $30 or something like that. And yep, I haven't seen another copy since. So good luck to you guys on that hunt. Hope you were able to find it. Now we're getting into some other goods, and I don't know what the hell I was thinking. But of course, Tula Lotay variants, everybody, and I believe this one was one of her first works. Back for IDW, the same way Jen Bartel did a sub-variant on this issue. So there you have it. This is the retail incentive variant, and I think there's something else going on with that book, and I bought it for just an oddball stupid reason. However, I did not buy this one for an oddball reason, because this one... Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Jen Bartel. Sorry, Jen Bartel. She was not like the full name. So this one right here would have been the last Women of Power variant that I needed for the entire set, but I sold off the Women of Power Iron Man number 7. Gone. So with that being gone, I actually have no, I don't have the ability to put that set back together, and that's, of course, the first cameo or first full of Riri, depending on who you're asking. But Miss Lotay, however... I gotta say, I looked at this book online, and then when I saw it and when I see it in person, it is much, much better in person. And this right here is the Lotay variant for Dr. Aphra number 1, Dr. Aphra number 4. So this is the 1 in 25 variant. So we have the Bartel, we have the Frisian, we have this one. There's just a ton of them, right? And I think even this coming week there's a Dr. Aphra variant that's sold out. So good luck to you guys who are looking for that one and piecing those together, because that's proving to be a little bit difficult. Now, surprisingly enough, the same place I was getting all those from had one of these. So the David Finch 1 in 25, that is selling for double ratio, just because there's just not a ton of them, not a ton of them. So Patrick says he missed the Bartel Iron Man 7. It's the only one missing. No worries, still at cover price, but need to find one. Yeah. So I told you how I got shafted at my LCS. They got one case like that week. It was like 1 or 2 boxes or whatever, one case, something ridiculous. And all the 4 Bartels that were supposed to come out that one week, I didn't get those 4. So I'm with you, man. I really am shaky about buying them online, because then I'll have to buy multiple copies, and I know if I buy multiple copies, the chances of getting a 9.8 go up, but still aren't guaranteed, and this is the thing that sucks about buying online, when you don't have the ability to buy and look at the spine and check for breaks and flip through the stack and be like, that's the one I want, so shout out to everybody who's got sets put together. But this is a piece of advice. Like right now, if you guys are watching this video and you know of the ability to put together those 8 Jen Bartel Women History Variant Month covers, I would do so and start auctioning them just to see what they're pulling. But I think that's a great set, and I'm gonna get it too, man. And I want that Frank Cho, and I should have bought that Frank Cho, and it was like $30, man, but I failed to do so. Now another one of my orders that got canceled was half of this order, which would have completed the 4 from the 2015 IDW SDCC set, but it's okay. I got the Combiner Hunters one. I got one left in the set. I think my buddy Phil had one. I think maybe, and if not, I can definitely find it. But it's all good. Now these two, and we're approaching the final couple of books because there's some duplicates here. But this was a cover price buy last Monday. So last Monday I was like, ooh, there they are. I don't think my LCSs are going to get them, so let me go ahead and get them. 2 of the Minky Woodcock and the Girl Who Electrified Tesla #1 FOC Virgin covers. So there you have 2 of them. I picked up 2 the other day, so I got a grand total of 4 of the Virgins I was able to nab. And I don't really multiple copy on a lot of books. You know, obviously the Finch Marauders is one that I've got multiple copies of. A few here and there, but nothing too crazy, right? Well, I went a little hard on this one just because my trigger finger was going. So this is the Luke in the Stormtrooper uniform, John Tyler Christopher exclusive cover, straight from JTC store. But you know what? I had a delay in my shipment, and the only reason to get a delay in the shipment was because he also dropped another book and was like, hey, if you guys want to piggyback, go ahead. So here we have the final book of this Maximus mail call. This is your Star Wars Count Dooku #1, John Tyler Christopher, negative space, Anakin Skywalker variant. So, yeah, amazing stuff. Hopefully you like what I got. And if you think that stuff is fire, well, I've got some very interesting books en route. I've got some crazy stuff that I'm looking at right now in cart. And you know, we'll see what I'm gonna do with the remainder of this week, because this is actually a very light comic book week for me. Like I looked at all the incentive variants and stuff like that. There's a total of 3 books on my pull. That's it. So hey man, I appreciate the compliment for tight work. Tight work yourself. So with that being said, let's see what else do I got here for you guys. So. Yeah, you know, Geek Driven, these negative space variants are pretty dope, man. I will tell you this. The Star Wars Annual 4 is going to be the one that's going to be the hardest to find. There's a 1 in 25 incentive on a very low ordered book. And it is, of course, the red lightsaber. So, good luck. And again, I want to thank you guys for pushing me over to, again, I'm at like 480 and change, everybody. We're almost at 500. You know, it was only a short while ago we were on Spine Ticks, and you know, Sith Lord was like, hey man, let's get him over to 1,000. I was like, oh well, it's gonna be a little while, because I think it was at like 333, so we were a third of the way there. But you guys are really appreciative. I'm really appreciative of the love and appreciation you give me and show me. And make sure that you are sharing this with like-minded people, and you know, people who can appreciate the information that I'm trying to put out here for you guys, because I know there's other people out here that are charging you an arm and a leg for the same stuff that I'm giving up for free, and we'll see what we can do to circumvent that, and make sure you aren't overpaying for books on a regular, and of course make sure you are checking out other things on this channel, because the Raw Report, not only like the one you watched today, may contain some spec matrix inside of it, but the secret variant is, of course, that other show that I do on Sunday nights. That is your FOC source, but there she is, everybody. There's the opener. So there's the one that's supposed to tease you into sharing this with your friends and be like, yo, Ultra is dropping some fire stuff into this box. Onwards and upwards to 1K is right, Lewis. Thank you, man, for commenting and joining in the live chat, because like I said, this is just a teaser, and I do want one of my lucky fans to win a sick box. So make sure you guys have subscribed and following me over here on U1 Tramaximus on IG and Twitter, and of course that X Ultra Maximus X on, yeah, that's the Twitter. The other ones are FaceSpace. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So the Speculation Matrix, of course, is my thing. The Raw Report is my game, and of course I drop a variant edition over there on Mighty Mel V's. So make sure you are subscribed up to Mighty Mel V as well. And then, of course, the other place you can find me is over there on Tales from the Flip Side. And that's going to be Wednesday night. So Wednesday night, new comic book day. You get to look forward to a bunch of cool things where I go over not only books that have passed FOC, but some of my picks from that past FOC and what I think are going to be good picks for you guys to be on the lookout for. And also, just in case, I might have read some books and maybe catch some spec that might be a little bit overlooked in the noise, because you got to remember there's a ton of books coming out. Not only that, we have a ton of new Comic Book Day shows that go on way before I do, and it is kind of like cool to know that there are a lot of you guys out there that are waiting for what I tell you. And for the guys who can't go to the comic book store on Wednesday or Thursday, maybe not even until Friday after you get off of work, well, I try to give you the armament you need in order to call that store on Thursday morning at least and be like, hey, I need you to pull this for me. And if you're not watching the Wednesday presser for that, you should be watching a secret variant, so this way you can FOC those books so you don't have to watch the Wednesday presser, and make sure that you are securing your books. But I do want to give a massive thanks out to a couple of people here. First off and foremost, Wanted Comics, always coming through with the goods. And I may have some additional things to put in the Ultra Box from Wanted Comics. We'll see how that's going. I want to give a shout out to the Rookie of the Year, Mr. Eric S. Hurd. Make sure you are following him, Hurd S. Eric, over there on IG, because that man just did a sick variant. It's a store exclusive, but for Silver City #1, you should be on the lookout for it. It is a License to Ill swipe. So good. But of course, my soundtrack is provided by White Bat Audio, and pardon the technical difficulties on the audio, but I do appreciate you guys for helping me get that sorted. And please be sure to give them a like and a subscribe. They got some good tunes over there. Some of them are, longer tracks. This guy's over on Spotify. He's all over the place, man. And supporting his music is not a bad thing. And of course, that's going to do it for me here today on this Raw Report. And kept it clean, kept it about a half hour. End of slideshow. End of line, everybody. End of line. So I will check you guys on the next one, and I appreciate you watching. Peace.